Over the years, I have played dozens of shooters on multiple different platforms. GTA 5, Far Cry, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, the bad ones and the really bad ones. Yet none of them have a match to the magnum opus of shooters, Fortnite.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, especially for people my age and people who are not 5 or 6 years old, but Fortnite is fun as shit. I titled this video In Defense of Fortnite because I feel like Fortnite wrongfully gets attacked by people who either haven't played it or just say that they hate it and secretly play it on the side. I definitely used to be in the former category. I'd sling shit at Fortnite saying it was lazy, uninspired, uncreative, manipulative brain rot for 10-year-olds. And then I would log into Call of Duty and get the new Dr. Kushlov skin before it leaves the store. I think it's important to describe my relationship with shooters before I start talking about Fortnite. I think it follows a lot of other people's relationship with shooters over the years, especially if you're my age. I grew up playing things like Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, Fallout, Far Cry. It was around 2017 when Fortnite originally came out and Battle Royales started taking over the gaming industry. When that happened, I absolutely looked upon this subgenre of games with disdain. I used to think, well, it's you versus 99 other people. I mean, it's gonna just be luck-based most of the time. And what I think now is that, yeah, I mean, it kind of is. But what I completely disregarded when it came to Battle Royales was the aspect of high risk, high reward. Let me take you back to 2018 when Black Ops 4 came out.
Dude, what the fuck? Why did I get killed by a Tempest from a previous life? Are you fucking kidding me, game?
I had a guilty pleasure for that game because you would get a kill every 20 or 30 seconds, which would give you like a little bit of dopamine, but you would also die every 20 or 30 seconds and just start the cycle over until the match is over. But those games were always about the KD ratio or the kill-death ratio and the kill streaks and the leveling up and the rage bait and me crying to mommy because Bubba Plumpkin XD69 just called me a bitch noob. With COD, especially recently, I would die and often question, what did I do to deserve that? And I think for a lot of multiplayer shooting games, this question is commonly asked. Admittedly, I played a lot of the most recent Call of Duty. I don't know why, but a very stinky, dumb, stupid part of my brain is always curious as to how good the new Call of Duty is going to be. I think I agree with the majority of the masses on the new one. Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 were just complete disappointments compared to how good 2019 and Cold War were. The gunplay was somehow worse, and the UI and the shop were confusing as hell to navigate. Every camo had some specific ass mission to unlock it, like shoot 5 guys with a single shotgun blast while sliding, and then do their taxes while you take a phone call from your mom as she talks to you about the season finale of The Real Housewives of Dubai. And because of all these things I mentioned, my relationship with COD and with a lot of shooting games in general, has become more cynical over the years. Through this breakup with COD, more so Modern Warfare 3, I took a break from shooters in general. I really got into some single-player games such as Baldur's Gate 3 and Alan Wake, which are incredible games. But of course, the true red, white, and blue-blooded American in me needed to shoot something. I had the itch to find a game that was fun to play on my own and with friends. Something that was more fair, simple, and satisfying. Of course, I'm talking about I've got one word for you. Dopamine. This game provides it. This game deals it. Infiltrate the dealers, find the supply. Obviously, the killing of people is very satisfying, as it should be in most shooter games. The crack of the shield and hit mark sound effects, even those are chef's kiss. But there's even like little things like the shield regeneration, the slide, give or take some of the weaponry. Even the menu clicking sound effects are satisfying. UI to me is a very important thing to video games, and no, I'm not talking about unemployment insurance. UI is way more important to an experience than people think when it comes to games. When you're not shooting and slaughtering every John Wick and Ariana Grande that comes your way, you're most likely in a menu. I'd say some of the biggest offenders of bad UI would absolutely be the new Modern Warfare.
Multiplayer loadouts, that's pretty straightforward. Okay, wait, where do I go here? I already have loadouts that are made for me that I haven't touched on? What the heck? Wait, what did I just click? How did I get into here?
GTA 5 and Fallout. Also, pretty much every single game that has come out in like the past 10 years. Fortnite takes it back a step and says, hey, what if we don't? When it comes to a lot of things, especially the UI, Fortnite adopts the less is more approach. As you can see, you have all these game modes, which might be kind of confusing, but if you just scroll up, you have the most common game mode you play, and there's a very easy to read toolbar on top, and best of all, it doesn't show you a list of every item you haven't unlocked yet. I know, it's crazy to think that when you go to your locker, it shows you only the things that you own, and not 1,000 other things scattered around randomly that you cannot afford or don't want to buy. Another great thing is the matchmaking. You just hit start, and you're in a match in like a minute or two. I'm going to just show some unrelated footage of GTA 5's matchmaking.
Five minutes later.
I don't know about you guys, but I will take a battle pass any day of the week over loot crates. I think battle passes are honestly worth it most of the time for two reasons. One, you can make most of the currency that you do spend on it back through the battle pass. And two, it can be an incentive to level up and play more. Now, I would say Fortnite does this quite well. I jumped into the last chapter pretty late, and I was still able to finish the entire battle pass and then some. So it really isn't daunting or challenging for me to get these rewards that I paid for, which works for me because I am a student and I do have a job, and I also make videos online. It's also pretty easy to navigate. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know I've been bashing on Call of Duty a lot this video. It is taken a serious beating and I might have to go to the ER, but just look at this fucking battle pass for Modern Warfare 3. If you haven't played it before, looking at this thing is just a major headache. Sure, it's like manageable, like it's not like it's rocket science to get through, but I also don't want to be looking at the battle pass that I just spent money on and thinking, oh fuck, this is gonna take me forever. Because in reality, games are supposed to be fun, not a chore. And Call of Duty and its battle pass definitely feel like a chore. I will say for Fortnite and pretty much every game that has a battle pass, the stuff in it can be hit or miss. I wouldn't really expect every item to be amazing or exclusive to just you, because there's probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of other people who have the same thing as you.
Top 10 Fortnite noob skins you should never use. And I hope nobody owns more than 5 of these.
Or you'll just get something stupid like a skin for a boat or a jam track. But I never really feel like cheated or duped when getting the Fortnite Battle Pass. I know exactly what I'm getting. Like, I spent real life money on the fish stick skin. Does it make the game better? Does it make my gun shoot faster? Does it make me jump higher? No. Is it funny though? Yeah. Now, name one funny skin from Call of Duty. I'll wait. If you said Wubs as your skin, then I'm sorry. You're not allowed to be subscribed to this channel anymore.
What are these things, dude? They're like Grimace from McDonald's, but with no... They're freaky.
Not to mention, you are actually able to see the skin that you have bought in Fortnite as you play it. I never really understood the point of a skin in a first-person game if you're not going to see it. I said earlier that Fortnite has a pretty large amount of luck imbued into it. Will you drop into a spot that has a jetpack and a shield? Will you drop into a spot and literally die in 3 seconds? Who knows? But whatever the case, I always know why I lost in Fortnite. But I always feel bad for directing my anger towards a game. See, in this clip here, I got 3rd place. Now, if this was Warzone, my keyboard would look like this. But since this is Fortnite and I'm having a fun time, it looks like this. And I actually respect the guy for killing me. I mean, he's probably better at the game than I am, like most people are. Never mind. I would say Fortnite levels the playing field of gameplay by not locking certain items behind a paywall. Instead, they allow players to use all of the weaponry and abilities, whereas Call of Duty locks weapons, actual weapons, behind Battle Pass sectors, and Apex Legends notoriously locks full-on characters and abilities behind a paywall. And I'm stuck here playing Lifeline, whose ability is to call in a care package. Really, the only thing that pisses me off about Fortnite is that element of luck, which is very hard to avoid. Especially in this new chapter, if you don't have any of the superhero shit, like the shield or the jetpack or War Machine's arsenal, you're screwed. But again, killing someone who has all of these things while you only have a pistol or just like one gun, no shields, it can be really satisfying. The gameplay for Fortnite is really nothing special. It's very sleek, and there's really like enough guns just to cover the kind of playstyle that you want. The guns are distinct and each of them do something different. Whereas Call of Duty has literally 126 different weapons you can use, 21 of which are assault rifles, which mostly do the same thing, besides just like minor differences in fire rate. I know COD is supposed to be more realistic. We should all know by now that realism is the opposite of fun. I play games to get away from realism, not to embrace it. Fortnite knows this and really emphasizes that. And I already mentioned the movement, like the sliding, the crouching, the jumping. It all feels amazing. Lastly, I want to touch upon the art direction, which I don't think is talked about enough when it comes to Fortnite. Fortnite's character models have no right to look as good as they do. Harley Quinn is a pretty popular skin in a lot of these type of games. Here's the Fortnite version. Right? Looks pretty good. She's proportional, clean, very colorful. It definitely goes with the game since it's kind of cartoony already. Now let's see PUBG's version. Jesus fuck. The realistic style of PUBG does not mesh well with her cartoony eyes and face. It might seem nitpicky, but keep in mind that people pay for these things. If I'm playing a game and I want a skin that represents me or just looks cool, I wouldn't get one that has eyes that are more lifeless than a literal fish.
Who's excited for this new Harley Quinn skin? Cause I know I am. Harley Quinn, man, she's so sexy. That fight was so awkward.
I think the cartoony style of Fortnite might take some people out of the game, since most people who play shooters probably prefer a realistic style. I was initially, but I grew to really like the cartoony aesthetic of the game. For one, the game does not take up 500 gigabytes of data on my computer. It cuts all that bullshit out of ultra-realistic assets that I don't even look at because most of the time I'm looking at a mini-map, so it helps me with my gameplay. So ultimately, when it comes to shooters, in my opinion, we have reached a point where the simpler the better. If a game can offer good gameplay, good progression, good times, I'll take it. But when you throw in all this extra shit that only like 0.3% of the population can actually do, like camo challenges and other stuff that kind of ruins the vanilla experience of a shooter, like abilities, or committing to an ultra-realistic style that most people's hardware can't even afford, it just turns me off. Fortnite is absolutely not a perfect game by any means, but aside from certain flaws of the game which I do recognize, I think it makes for a really good time either alone or with friends. I genuinely have not had as much fun as I have had playing a multiplayer game than I have playing Fortnite with my friends, especially being an adult and with how little free time I do have, I can still squeeze in an epic victory royale here or there.
Oh, I'm crawling. Yeah, easy, fucking easy, bro. Fucking easy.
They also added other stuff. They added the Joker skin, which is pretty cool, but I'm not gonna buy both. I'm just gonna stick with this one. They added custom match. Yo, this is so laggy. I feel like I'm playing like 20 frames per second, maybe even lower. This is ridiculous. They added custom matches.